homework 5. So again, always start by balancing the chemical equation. So I'm going to need a 2 here and a 2 here. And then the question is, if you have 22 grams of nickel and 112 grams of silver nitrate, which reaction is in excess? Okay, so we need to figure out the moles of silver nitrate, and we need to figure out the moles of nickel. Okay, moles of silver nitrate, we start with 112 grams silver nitrate. And to get into moles, we need to use the molar mass. Okay, so gram silver nitrate go away, gram silver nitrate go away, and we're left with moles silver nitrate. Okay, and when we calculate that out, we get 0.6593 moles silver nitrate. Okay, now we come back over here to the nickel, and we'll switch colors. And with nickel, we start with 22.9 grams nickel, and again we multiply it by the molar mass over 58.6934 grams nickel. And in this case, we get 0.39016 moles of nickel. Okay, so now at first glance, one might think that the moles of nickel are going to be our limiting reactant, but you have to keep in mind that there are 2 moles of silver nitrate for every 1 mole of nickel. Okay, so I'm going to take this silver nitrate and I'm going to take the nickel and I'm going to convert it into silver nitrate just so I can compare the numbers. So if I take 0.39016 moles of nickel and I do 2 moles silver nitrate and 1 mole of nickel. Moles of nickel go away, and we get 0.78 moles silver nitrate. Okay, so what this is telling us is that if we had 0.39016 moles of nickel, we would need 0.78 moles of silver nitrate to react fully with that. We don't have that. We have 0.6593 moles of silver nitrate. Okay, which means that silver nitrate is our limiting, and that makes nickel our excess. Okay, so that's part A. Part B. What mass of nickel 2 nitrate would be produced given the quantities above? Well, you always use your limiting reagent to calculate this, right? Okay, so we're going to go back to red because that's the color I've chosen here. And I want to know what mass. So I guess red didn't take. Well, we'll go with black. So question mark grams of NiNO3 2 given 0.6593 moles silver nitrate. And the first thing I see is I got to do a mole ratio. 1 mole 2 over 2 moles silver nitrate. Moles of silver nitrate go away, and we're left with moles of nickel nitrate, which is not what we want. So now we have to multiply by the molar mass, which is 182.703 grams nickel 2 nitrate, 1 mole nickel 2 nitrate. Okay, and when I find that answer, I do the calculation. I'm going to get 60.2 grams of nickel 2 nitrate. Okay. So now we're on to part C. Okay, and I'm going to give myself a little extra room, and I'm going to scroll up to the top. How much of the excess is unused? Well, in order to answer how much of it is unused, we need to know how much of it is used. Okay, so we're looking for grams of nickel, and we're given 0.6593 moles of silver nitrate. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is convert from moles of silver nitrate to moles of nickel. Okay, so I get rid of the moles of silver nitrate. I'm in moles of nickel, but I want grams of nickel. So I do molar mass, 58.6934 grams of nickel, and 1 mole of nickel. Okay, and that gives us 19.3 grams nickel used. Okay, so in order to figure out how much is unused, we do what we started with, 22.9 grams of nickel, and we subtract the 19.3 grams of nickel that were used. So what should be left over is 3.55 grams nickel. There you go. Problem